Do you question whether it's harmful or helpful to work with substances? And I'm talking about coffee and tobacco, and maybe some psychedelics. But are you concerned about how you work with them? And do you know whether it's actually helping you? In this video, I'm going to share one ancient tool to assist you in working with these medicines for your highest good. I'm Amy Elizabeth, your energy evolution mentor, and I'm here to make spirituality simple. And today, in this video, what we're going to learn about is how to initiate and pray over your tobacco so that you can work with it to heal you. Tobacco is the oldest, least invasive of all the shamanic properties and medicines, and it's what we know is like 8,000 years old. And this is one of the plants that actually gave us the idea and knowing and download of how to work with ayahuasca and how to even blend the chacruna and the ayahuasca vine together. It's amazing. And so working with tobacco, or even working with coffee, or working with any other psychedelic gets to be honored. It gets to be revered and loved, and also it gets to be told where and what you need, right? And so I'm going to work with tobacco. But one of the things I'd like to mention is that, as the whole world is hooked on coffee, we can also work with coffee to be very, very healing for our system. So Master Choa Sui talks about coffee as it has orange prana, and orange prana is like an energetic that's like scrubbing bubbles for your internal intestine, and so or for your body. But what gets there first? It goes right to your colon, and what do you have to do after you have coffee? Same thing with tobacco. It's a very interesting thing because it is actually a healing tool. It's a purgative. We just don't understand because we work with it for the elevation or for the high or for the focus or for the whatever else. And so imagine if we started working with these properties more intentionally. And we can also bring that into psychedelics as well, right? One of the things that I do, if you can see, is I work with this really beautiful tobacco that a friend of mine grows in Arizona. And he and his partner also grow all the herbs that are in here. And there's multiple kinds of herbs, such as lotus and rose and mullein and lavender and peppermint. And what these herbs do alongside the tobacco is actually do healing work. So one of the things that I do as I roll my tobacco is I put a lot of beautiful intentions as I'm rolling. And because my fingers and my energy, because Master Choa Sui also talked about every finger has a chakra point. My energy is going into this tobacco, and even just the beautiful expression of creating my own rather than just pulling from a cigarette pack, a moment of respect for what this medicine and how this medicine works for me. And so once I rolled tobacco, I'll say a prayer into the tobacco. And this is where I actually send and direct energy from this healing property into my body. I use the smoke for healing. And so there's multiple different ways to pray. And if I wanted to just pray with this community right now, I could say, just to awaken the aliveness of the spirit of the tobacco. And then feel the gratitude and the love in my heart for how we uplift each other and how this tobacco gets to be smoked and enjoyed with the community. And we get to connect on deeper levels. And that all of our words go up to the heavens in prayers, and that they become alchemizers for a new future, for an expansive future, and for a feeling of aliveness and beingness, and to pray over this YouTube channel. And then there's opportunity to be able to have a voice and to share my voice and to develop it and grow it with you all, and to share my wisdom and to help inform people that have questions about certain things, and to connect to a deeper sense of myself. We made this be an expansive opportunity for evolutionary leadership. I prayed over this tobacco, and that was so that I could create blessings in this as I light it and have this beautiful opportunity to have a little ritual, a ceremony, purification process, because as we spoke about inside, tobacco is very purifying and cleansing, and it's been used for that for over 8,000 years, as we know. It's purifying to your physical body, your emotional body, your energy body. It's very grounding, and it's very purifying to your energetic field. So here we go. And one of the things that you really want to make sure that you do as well is lighting this not with a lighter when the cigarette's in your mouth or the tobacco's in your mouth, because there's butane fumes that actually go through that. And then, it's not like smoking a tobacco that you would just pull out of a pack, but it is, it's not the healthiest thing. So ritual and ceremony have been a part of humanity's practice for thousands of years in so many different forms. And so this is also a ritual. And the Native American tribes would take a pipe and they would have counsel and they would pray into the tobacco. And those prayers would be lifted up. They'd be lifted up into the clouds, and those clouds would rain down the prayers. And those prayers would stay in that pipe forever and ever and ever, as long as that pipe's been used. And so those prayers are consistently being lifted up to the heavens. And so I think that there's something to remembering the stories of those who came before us, because with AI, and I'm not against AI in any way, shape, or form, but with AI, there's a huge potential for us to lose the stories of the past. And that's actually how, because, cycles and circles, they just continue to repeat themselves and repeat themselves and repeat themselves. And we get to learn from those cycles, and it grounds us to something, it roots us to something, and it gives our mind something to focus on so that we stay in gratitude and not in our stories. And so I really appreciate however I can create intention with prayer or blessings in any of the practices that I do, whether it be my morning warm lemon water ritual where I pray into the water and I pray all kinds of beauty and blessings and opportunities for growth and healing to my physical body and to my community. And then I drink that in, and my body is somewhere between 75 and 92% water. And it communicates with that water. And it continues to spread and raise the vibration and fill myself with positive intentions. So when we're done with the tobacco, we let it go out. And then once it's gone out, we roll this open to get the tobacco into our hand. And then we go give it to a tree. And that tree then grounds all of the rest of the prayers from the tobacco, and from the blessings and from the prayers and from the experience of the community sharing the tobacco into the ground, into the earth, and it promotes love. And so now you're using all the properties of the tobacco, and these are organic, so they go back to the earth as well. They can be mulched. And that's how we do our tobacco prayer. So thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful that you watched this till the end. This is one way to work with the substance, tobacco. We can also work with coffee or anything else, as I talked about with the water. We can bless anything that we're ingesting or that we're working with, and it can work with us rather than against us. And when we do this, it actually slows us down just a little bit, which is really good for our nervous systems, for our physical body, for us to be more grounded, centered, and rooted. And it prevents and helps with
addictive properties and qualities of that. I just need another one. I just need another one. I'm going to pick another cigarette. I'm going to, another cup of coffee or whatever the case is. And so I hope that this video helped. So please like, subscribe, share with your community, because together we get to uplift everyone with this information, this knowledge. And if it fits for them, great. And if it doesn't, that's cool too. But this truly is, in my opinion, how you get to live in awe and make your life awesome. You get to be in flow with the energies all around you. And please stay tuned for the next video on psychedelics and addiction. This one is very near and dear to my heart, based on the fact that I am a psychedelic integration facilitator. And I feel it's really important that we understand how we're working with these substances, because they do bring us into different consciousnesses and different realms and open up doorways. And so part of the ritual and the prayer is that we then get to at least set an intention and ask for support and protection to the unseen, and help have a guide and a Sherpa on the other side to help us, to guide us, so that we can flow into our highest, most evolved selves during these processes. So, thank you again. I'll see you next time.